Hey, how you doing there again, folks? You get, of course, Brandon Wenzel coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler platter video series of videos I've been doing for a while now, where I go over there and try food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff, folks. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious crap that I'm going to go over here and try on the show. Whilst I'm doing so, I got a Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me, got some Marvel figures up there, crappy old ladders off to the side, and I'm wearing a cool shirt. When I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing today, folks? Well, boom! Moon Knight shirt. I don't know if you can rate it, but if you can rate it, read it! I love Moon Knight. Okay, and I was an OG. Okay, maybe not OG, because like Moon Knight came out, you know, a little bit before I was into comics or like able to read. But I was into Moon Knight way before the Marvel, cinematic universe or that stuff. I am going to be that hipster guy about Moon Knight because it's Moon Knight. Love Moon Knight. But yeah, I've actually had this shirt for a while now. This is like one of my first like nerd-related shirts that I've had. And it's a great shirt. I don't wear it all that often so that I don't wear it out, but today it was there and I was like, fuck it, man, I haven't worn it in a while. So, Moon Knight shirt. And you can see the very one over there at the very end, the white one, that is Moon Knight. And is actually was a son of a bitch to get a hold of, too. For whatever reason, he was a Walgreens exclusive figure. No idea. But anyway, folks, you don't care about that. Or maybe you do. Let me know if you do. I could do a comic book section of videos, maybe. I have a bunch of comic books somewhere. Ugh. Sorry, I'm a little bit stuffed up. But anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, we're going to do this one because it's right here. Boom! We are doing Stubborn Classic Root Beer. Crafted with the stubborn way with high-quality ingredients and no shortcuts. It's good to be stubborn. Now, here's the thing with Stubborn, folks, as a company. I've had some experience with them. They used to be available in Kmart's when Kmart still existed. And so every now and again I would grab, some of their offerings. I definitely never had their root beer. And in fact, I wasn't intending to buy their root beer, despite the fact that I love root beer. But I did a cream soda special. Okay? I tried 20 different cream sodas. It's a 4-part episode. I don't know if it's going to be up before this or after this or whatever. But it was a whole thing. And one of pretty much the only one that was specifically requested by one of my Facebook friends was the Stubborn cream soda. And in doing so, I'd intended just to buy some cream soda, but I got like a little 3-can variety pack, and one of them was root beer. So we're going to try out Stubborn root beer, see how it holds up. I am somebody who loves root beer, so try to hold my standards pretty high, folks. Let's see how it goes. It's no artificial sweeteners, no artificial flavors, no high fructose corn syrup, 150 calories per can. How much sugar do you have? 39 grams. That's a pretty good amount of sugar. Let's give it a shot, folks. I hope it's good. It smells like a root beer. That's a good thing. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that's got some goodness to it. It's not my favorite root beer ever, by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a good root beer. Now, for me personally, a good root beer, there's kind of, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, I kind of look at root beer sort of in like 2 camps, sort of what you're into. And mind you, it expands from there, but on the one side, you've got like Mug and A&W, which are very sweet. They're very good mass appeal root beers. And, I mean, that's to their credit. They're very popular, very successful. Those are not my particular cup of tea, though I will drink them and I will enjoy them. I am more on the Barks and Dad's root beer side of things, where it's a little bit more harsh. There's a little bit more going on. And for me, that's what like I want out of a root beer. I want something that feels like a root beer. Not something that feels... There's no good way to put it. And mind you, I'm not trying to be insulting to anybody who enjoys like A&W or Mug. That's not the case. Mug for years was my favorite root beer, till I kind of expanded my palate a bit more. But to me, they feel like kind of kiddie root beers. They're good, and they have certain things that they're very good for, but I want something that's got more complexity, that's got a little bit more of a harshness. It feels more like an adult root beer. You know, obviously there's like alcoholic root beers and stuff too, but not that kind of adult root beer. And not the sexy kind of adult root beer either. So where does this fall? For me, it's kind of somewhere in the middle between the two, but it's definitely leaning more towards like the Barks and the Dads, which for me is good. I would like there to be more of a harshness to it. Personally, I'd like there to be a little bit more of like a, a punch to the flavor. But it has good flavor. Don't let me, lead you astray otherwise. The flavor is very root beery, because I'm just going to use that as is. It's just, I wish there was a little bit more, but like I said, it's a good kind of middle ground between the Mug and the A&W on the one side, which is just kind of sweet, it goes down real easy, and then like the Bargs and the Dads, where, it's got more going on to it. So, and I like the fact, I mentioned this with the cream soda as well, it has kind of a dry flavor to it, which is interesting. It's not entirely unique. I've certainly had it in other root beers before, and typically in reasonably high quality root beers too. It's typically something where you have to put a little extra effort. I think. I don't actually know how this shit's made, but typically it's a thing with certain good root beers. Could it do with more complexity? Could it do with more bite? Absolutely. But as just a drinking root beer, yeah, I wish that Stubborn was like readily available, but again, no more Kmart's. Because like I would gladly go over there and pick this up. I wouldn't pick it up over Bargs or Dad's, but it would be something where, every so often I would go over there and grab like a 6-pack of this. Or if they had it in 12-pack, I would 100% get a 12-pack of it because it's tasty and it's good. It's got a dry taste. It tastes like a root beer. Like I said, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more oomph. And I think they would have really been over the hump and really had something that I would have really been into. But as it stands, it's still a good root beer. For me, it's like a solid B- on the root beer scale. It's good. It's just, I see the potential. I'd like to see it excel a little bit more, but as is, it's still good. Would I recommend it? Yes, 100%. In fact, I would recommend it to people on both sides of the aisle. If you're somebody who is an A&W and Mug type of person, I think this could be potentially like a nice middle ground. Maybe if you want to go over there and try something that's got a little bit more going on to it, I think that this could be a nice little point. Conversely, if you're somebody who maybe you do, more of the kind of spiffy root beers and stuff like that, excuse me, I don't feel that this is offensive, and it's actually good tasting, so it's worth a try. I don't think it'll be your favorite root beer if you're on that side of things, but it certainly will not be your least favorite. I can guarantee you that. Whew. Sorry, folks. Aside from being super tired, because I work late and didn't get a lot of sleep before work, then I got home and spent like 3 hours trying to clean out my garage. Which at least I made some progress. But yeah, Stubborn, you put out some good root beer. Not the best root beer, but yeah, it's good. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on that one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a truly root beer-tastic rest of your life, because root beer is amazing, folks. It's wonderful. Final 2 things before I get out of here. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. It's not always an easy thing to do, folks. Trust me. I am fully aware. Okay? Right now, I know for me personally in my life, all the things I got to deal with, it is difficult to mitigate the level of assholishness in my life. But I do my best, and hopefully the effort is appreciated by those around me. But even if it isn't, I'm still going to try to keep it up. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there, folks. Maybe you're going to try some stubborn root beer. Maybe, you are on the side, more mug and kind of A&W and stuff. Maybe you try it, maybe it's a nice stepping stone. Maybe from there you do some barks, maybe some dads, and you kind of work your way up the ladder. Find out the wonderful variety of delicious root beers that are available. Or conversely, you could go over there and, what's the thing that you could do? Go over there and buy a model airplane and make a model airplane, I guess. Is that a thing people still do? It doesn't seem like a thing that people still do. But I'm sure some people still do it, and good on you if you do. Bye.